Hey everyone, I am MSK, aka Master Swag King, coming at you guys today with another video. And if you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. And in today's video, we are going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto 6. So if you guys don't actually know this about me, I've actually only played 3 of the Grand Theft Auto games in my entire life. So I used to play.
What?
Yeah, I've actually only played about 3 of them. So back when I was a little kid, I got my PlayStation 2. I got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and that is probably one of the best games ever made. Like, I used to go to freaking the supermarkets with my mom when she used to take us. We used to literally take a piece of paper and a pen, sit down at the magazine part, open the books called Tips and Tricks, and literally write down the cheat codes. We were like that in love with Grand Theft Auto. And throughout the years, I didn't play the other games because, I don't know, I just played different games throughout my life. We had a PlayStation Portable, a PSP, and I played Grand Theft Auto 4 on that one. That was also really, really fun. And then I had an Xbox 360, and I remember a friend let me borrow Grand Theft Auto 5. So I played a little bit of Grand Theft Auto 5. But for the most part, I think a lot of people can relate with this. I didn't really ever play like the story. I kind of literally went around hitting women with bats, shooting up people, and running from the cops. I played like a little bit of the story for San Andreas, a little bit. That was literally all I did. Now, am I the violent black guy that they talked about in the media most of the time that would do this kind of things? Yeah. But that's all I did. And I hope you understand this. Grand Theft Auto was always a series that actually would hit like mainstream controversy. It was the video games where like people were like, should you allow kids to play this? Kind of, you know?
This was back in when did GTA 5 come out? 2014?
13, yeah.
Yeah, so I actually got in touch, like, working for a news corporation. I wanted to, being a producer at a radio station, I was in charge of doing, like, debates, like Piers Morgan does these days, where you get people who disagree with each other because it's good entertainment, having, like, local people just go at each other. So I got in touch with Rockstar North, who are in charge of, making all the GTA games and Red Dead Redemption. And I said, the topic of the conversation is, do you think it's okay to teach young people to be violent in video games? And their PR manager responded and said, have you ever actually played any of our games? It's like, come on, like, literally, that is the whole point of the thing, like, of the franchise. You have to be violent.
Do you know what I thought was always funny? It was a black guy doing it, so it perpetuated the stereotype of a black person being unhinged and violent. That's what I thought was super funny. It was always a black guy doing good stuff.
A Serbian guy in, like, Vice City, he was doing it, and then you had in GTA 5 3 different characters.
Yeah.
A black dude, a white dude, and another, like, hillbilly dude. Like, that, it's funny. Like, even when you're driving in the car and switching on the radio stations, like, apart from, like, sipping on juice, listening to Snoop or, like, really good music, you have, like, advertisement like, hey, because it was based on Los Angeles and all that Hollywood bullshit. It was just so funny. And, like, now going forward, there's this massive, like, breakdown in our fellow YouTubers and creators who are saying, it's like, oh my god, like, Jason Schreier, right, a journalist who writes for Bloomberg, a game journalist, has intel that it's gonna be more woke. They're gonna not involve that, so it's gonna go under the whole like landscape of everything that we've seen in gaming from 3-4 years ago. They're gonna change it. I don't know. I've only seen one trailer, and
Yeah.
knowing Rockstar, they troll people so bad. So I listened to a guy who used to work on GTA 5. He has his own YouTube channel, Mike. What's his name? Mike York. And he talked about when they were working on things, and he was more of an animator on Red Dead Redemption 2 in GTA 5, and they were obviously like not their pay grade, but they used to like joke around in the office like all these people having these conspiracy theories, and like and that just makes people in that company be like troll people more. So I don't know whether this is good marketing for the actual game, you know? Like for me, all this like DEI shit, I'm so over it. I don't care. I don't even care about GT. I don't care about any game. When it comes out, it comes out, and if you play it, you enjoy it. If you don't, I don't care.
So for a lot of people who don't know, Rockstar is the is the game company that makes the Grand Theft Auto games. The game is allegedly supposed to come out in 2025, but now they're thinking it might get pushed back to 2026. They did drop a trailer for it, like you said. It's going to have the first female protagonist of the Grand Theft Auto series. Now, the problem here people need to understand is I could believe that they're subconsciously trolling people, but game companies now at this point, it's so much more different than it used to be. You know, so Grand Theft Auto is like one of the most raunchiest, like absolute degenerate video game series. But that's what they thrive off of. That's their thing. So you're producing a video game series like Grand Theft Auto again, like giving it a sequel. Is it going to be the same? Because most people want to go in those games and shoot the fuck out of bitches, knock them out. That's what I want to do.
I absolutely don't blame anybody, like any video game, not even player, but anybody who likes the franchise. You're seeing all these trends. You're gonna be very cautious. It's like you have PTSD now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We're a little bit like, whoa, like I don't know. So any little thing. So now there was a thing that came out, but
yeah, we're gonna go over it right now. Here it is. So there's been many reports that like the language is going to be toned down for LGBTQ people, the Decepticon people. Sort of bleeped out on YouTube. So right. Report: Rockstar Games instructed Grand Theft Auto 6 writers to be less crude towards Decepticon people and other minorities. But then at that point, it's like, is this really Grand Theft Auto then? At that point, you know, if you can't go all out the way they used to, this isn't Grand Theft Auto. Because this isn't like a franchise that ever like strayed away from that. No, they fully went in more. Like I remember the controversy in Grand Theft Auto 5 was that dude raping that girl. That was the big one. If these games had grape in them, guys, these games are degenerate as fuck. Pretty bad. Yeah. So now they're gonna tone it down. It's like, you know what? We're sorry for the other 5. This won't be more. No, that's not Grand Theft Auto then. Well, you know, we'll see how it goes. A new report claims that Rockstar Games instructed its Grand Theft Auto 6 writers to be less crude towards Troon people and other minorities. A report from former Kotaku writer Jason Schreier, who now writes for Bloomberg, claims Rockstar is asking its writers to be less crude towards Troon people and other minorities, the common targets of throwaway gags in previous versions. This report appears to confirm YouTuber Endymion's rumor that Rockstar has gone.
I don't know, MSK. Like to me, it feels like somebody like fed him some bullshit to start some hype. Because Jason Schreier has never been a friend of like us gamers. He's always like put out shit. So for him to all of a sudden like pivot and try and like, oh no, it's gonna be woke, like, whoa, hey, like again, like I don't know who to trust.
Me either. So do you think the game's budget is really close to about like $300 million, and they said it has to sell like 2
I
billion units to
know
break
that
even.
I know that GTA 3 was 10 million, but made in the first 3 days 210.
Oof. I'll have to say this, people. If this game comes out, it's gonna be big when it ever drops. If it ever drops to like where Concord eventually hit, when it hit like what, like about 10, like a 7,000 people playing it, that's not gonna be good. But given the fact that Grand Theft Auto 5 has had a very, very big, massive fan base that has played it literally for a decade, I don't think this game's gonna have that problem. You know, I do think it'll end up being what Call of Duty's at. No matter what time a new sequel comes out for it, people will play it because they just love it that much. Maybe Grand Theft Auto 6 is different this time. I don't know. We'll see.
I
And
don't
Demian,
agree with that though, because like I was always a massive Dragon Age fan, and the
did you
only
play
reason I played,
Delgard?
yeah, I did, and I couldn't play it after I played it for like 20 hours because I kept the majority of my hours was trying to actually create a feminine looking like character. That was the majority
Did you
of
create a
my
character that looked
hours.
like me?
And it no, but like
You don't want to create a black girl?
tried getting into it, and I really tried. Now I want to play as somebody who like I identify with, which is me. I don't care, like established games, like when you have a strong male protagonist. I don't want to play as me, but I invest in his story and the story in general. But stories nowadays are so like written by people who I don't know got smacked
Straight
in the
out of
head
college,
too much.
blue-haired white women, liberals with nose rings. Not kidding.
Exactly. So like for me, like I really did try. I gave it my best. I did not pay any money for it. It was given to me to review, and I don't even want to review it. I did like one video on it where one of the main things for me was like one of the characters was changed so much aesthetically that how is it that in 2014 the animation looks better for a character than in 2024? And this is one thing I don't understand in modern gaming. These new companies are spending so much money, but hiring all these people who aren't even good at what they do, but they spend more money on hiring them and spend more money on making these games, don't sell as much as they did back in the day when you did have people who were talented, did have people who were creative, and it looked good. The story was good. Everything was good. Not everything, like, well, 90% of it was. Now, where is that money going? Same thing for TV shows, same thing for films. I don't get it. Where is it going?
Endymion, with the help of that Park Place's friend Francesco Solback, discovered that Rockstar Games was funneling its white employees into a DEI indoctrination course called Unconsciousness Bias, run by Stacey A. Gordon.
Right.
Endymion stated the unconsciousness bias thing was a big part of the scoop because whenever people claim that white devs specifically are not being targeted or forced to comply to the beliefs of whims of others, I mean, it's just simply not true. White developers are absolutely getting strangled by this industry to comply to these insane demands. Oh, good Lord, man. Why does just every industry in Hollywood hate white people and then claim they're not racist? It makes no sense. I
It's
don't
not just
understand it.
white people, it's Asian people too. Apart
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Hideo Kojima, who is like the sweetheart of everything and just goes and takes photos and posts them on Instagram with literally every single famous person he knows. But I mean, it's not just white people. Like, where's the praise for all the Asian developers and the games
Mhm.
that they make? It's always this like I don't know. I don't even care anymore. I'm so tired of it. And I think with now what's happening, hopefully going into the new year, we're going to have, I think it's what Critical Drinker said himself that
Mhm.
in one of his streams from people that he knows, we're going to have 2 year of having to go through this, but people in the industry are starting to understand they're trickling money.
Yeah, because
Because
there's been
they're
a lot of
all
stories that they haven't been making a lot of money. We covered them on the show too. The Square Enix not being console exclusive with Sony anymore. Some of the Sony people saying it costs so much money now to produce a AAA title compared to when it used to. Xbox is literally Xbox, guys. I'm shitting you not. Literally is just Game Pass. That's all they can sell you is Game Pass. That's it. There's nothing else to them besides, hey, buy Game Pass. Let me butt fuck you with a broomstick, with lube. That's it. That's how sad that company's become. Nintendo is just going to be, well, it's Nintendo, and they're too busy suing Palworld because of reasons. He went on to share this unconscious bias, by the way, is just not some random thing. But what Francesco was able to discover was that it was actually a mandatory course that was pushed onto employees of Rockstar, which ones you may be asking, you can probably guess it, but it was exclusively pretty much only white employees who work at Rockstar right now that were put through this course. He explained based off on what Francesco found of the 60 employees forced to take this unconscious bias course in order to gain a certificate, around 58 of them were white people. The other 2 of the 60 people were of Asian descent. I just find, God, I hate when women are right like Anna. She was, maybe they hate Asians too. Maybe they do. Later, he stated, right now, as it stands, Rockstar is completely infected, oh my goodness, I'm black. I'm kidding, guys. I didn't tell you guys. Later, he stated, right now, as it stands, Rockstar is completely infected with woke, pandering DEI initiatives that have ran through a whole swath of white employees almost exclusively into admitting, submitting, then receiving a certificate to confirm their own unconscious racist bias, according to these woke grifters who are infesting Rockstar right now at insane rates.
Can I just ask you, like, what is unconscious bias?
Oh, fuck.
What it, like, to me, it makes no sense. So
basically, I think it's something like, how I explain this for a video so YouTube could not get mad at me. Essentially, they want to put people through courses, white people, to see if they have any unconscious like biases towards black people.
I know
right?
what it is. I actually have experienced it myself.
You have unconscious biases toward me?
Like, but what? No, but like, what does that actually mean? Like, because inherently saying that, you're actually being racist to the person because you're saying because of the way you look or where you come from, you don't understand me.
Yeah,
and that
no, I hate it too.
that doesn't come from a place of let's all come together and understand each other. It's literally pointing the finger at a group of people and telling them to go through like, come on,
like
it's bullshit.
And the reason why I wanted to tackle on this one specifically is because, oh goodness, guys, you should go into a game company thinking to work on the game, not having your boss walk up to you and go, hey, white straight guy, you don't got any random biases towards black people, right? What the fuck does that have to do with making a game? Literally, what does that do with anything? This is ridiculous. This is why games come out the way they do. The people that are in charge that probably aren't even working the games are just coming in there being like, hey, we got to find the racist. Let's turn off the lights. Let's find the racist in the room. This is ridiculous. This is actually insane. Like, I don't know, man. Is Grand Theft Auto going to be good? Maybe. I have no clue. I mean, based on the first trailer I saw, it looks
I don't care. It's all up to them. If they want my money, make it good. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like, do you have any more closing thoughts on this?
I really want it to be good. I never actually finished playing GTA 5, and I will be one of those people that will admit that a scene with torturing somebody, like, I could not do it. I couldn't go through it, and they didn't give me an option because I just felt like I couldn't. I couldn't go and like.
Yeah, and this is the game franchise now in 2024 that wants to be less like crude.
Right. And like
Stupid.
that's my own personal choice, but I wish they could have given me a choice to continue the game skipping that whole thing. But then I'm the kind of person that loves playing horror games where you shoot people's fingers off with a shotgun. So it was weird to me back then in 2013. I was a different person. Now I'm like, going around and chainsawing people and doing weird shit. So
yeah, you seem pretty put together.
yeah, I really want it to be a good thing, and also I want everybody to kind of like tone it down maybe a little bit. We don't know. Let's see. They will probably not have knowing Rockstar. They're not going to put out trailer number 2 at the Game Awards later on in a couple of hours. They will do it separately. The Game Awards and all, we used to have the EA Game Awards, which was a massive thing, and then the Jeff Keighley with his bullshit fucking launch shit, he took over, and like now it's just bullshit again. It's like the Oscars or all this other Hollywood shit. Don't care about it, but we'll be watching it anyway. But yeah. Like let's just cool it down, see what happens.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's doing the whole pitchfork thing in South Park. They're just rabbling.
Right.
As you guys know, for me, if Grand Theft Auto 6 is anything less than the other ones, I think that's just not worth my time, honestly. But we'll have to see when it drops. Keep in mind, this game has to sell a lot of units to be considered a profitable success. I mean, they've been working on this forever, But the fact that they would even attempt to lessen down the humor, put their employees through stupid racial programs, it's just stupid. This is why gaming stinks, in general. You have programs like that make everything worse. But, then again, it might come out good. You never know. So thank you guys for checking out this video. If you guys are returning viewers or new viewers, then please consider subscribing to the channel if you have not already. Leave a like on this video if you enjoyed it and comment down below. Also, make sure you guys hit the notification bell. That way you guys can get notified on whenever I upload a brand new video or go live. I'm MSK, aka Master Swag King. Signing out, guys. See you guys later. Peace.